perfectly healthy. Put him in a vat of water and he finds his way to safety every time.
5.2.
Now, look at this guy. What he's been eating is the equivalent of a North American diet, complete with all the fats and sugars we regularly consume. He doesn't know where to go. His brain has been damaged.
These rats were totally normal, and then they turned into demented animals. They don't remember their learning after even a day. And as the challenge gets harder and harder, they fail more and more, just like a human with Alzheimer's disease.
36.2.
In this lab, the belief now is that Alzheimer's is really diabetes of the brain, linked to insulin levels, which can be affected by too much sugar.
Contacting his higher self to move this. Focus on the biofield, so. That's a good burp, so. What? Go fucking crazy! Bro. Hey, he just did that shit. Stop fucking playing, bruh. Bro, you was so strong, bro. Celestial. I felt, man, did you feel that shit? I felt the shift, I ain't gonna lie. So, hey, that was my son's first telekinesis clip, bruh. Light body to light body, bro. It took him some time, but he did that shit, bro. Bro, he a baby, bro. But spiritually, bro, he a pure energetic light body being entity, primordial entity being, bro. You was a fucking goat, bro. On my soul. I'm posting this. Did that shit. And it's not his subconscious did that shit. Power of the subconscious mind. Talking to this, my son telepathically. I told bro to move that thing. I've been trying for the past 30 minutes. And he finally did it. I'm so proud of you. For real.
This is what you inherit from your mother while you're in the womb. Whatever your mother was going through for the 9 months she carried you, it is embedded in your DNA. The child was brought here to teach their parents something. So say if you're a Virgo, you was here to teach your parents how to be more perfectionists, how to complete things, okay? Aries was to teach their parents how to stand up, have a spine, don't let nobody push over on you. Taurus was about possession. You know, you ain't gotta be broke. You really don't. You got intelligence. Come on, Mom. Man, you all that creativity, imagination, and you say you ain't got no money, you can create money with your mind. You know what I mean? Gemini teaches their parents to communicate, because most likely when they created that child, they did not know how to communicate. That's what Gemini's here for. I feel sorry for them. Leo basically teaches people how to shine. The world is a stage, and I'm playing every part. Okay? Libra is more so, you've been unfair to me, and I'm gonna teach you that you're gonna give me justice, you're gonna respect me. See, Libra, that's one thing about Libras, they demand respect, even when they don't deserve it.
So I'm just gonna get straight to it, because I know everyone, like the Kardashians, everyone's leaking tapes, government's letting people know some things that are on tapes, but Kris Jenner has been on audio tapes, but this what they got Kim for? Hold on, y'all watch this.
We're closing in on Kim Kardashian. The FBI investigation, initially a tremor threatening her carefully constructed image, has morphed into a full-blown earthquake threatening to engulf her entire empire. Leaked information paints a picture of a woman who allegedly used a seductive facade to mask a ruthless ambition, wielding stolen documents and secrets like weapons. Kim Kardashian has found herself at the center of a sensational scandal, with federal authorities uncovering a shocking plot allegedly orchestrated by the reality TV star. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has disclosed disturbing details, accusing Kardashian of a scheme involving drugging high-profile men in order to...
Yes, you heard that right. Kim Kardashian is caught in a plot of drugging high professional men, okay, for documents and other blackmail. But it keeps going.
Kardashian of a scheme involving drugging high-profile men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes. The saga unfolded when federal agents executed a dramatic raid on the residence of music mogul Diddy, revealing a cache of incriminating video footage. This footage purportedly captures Kardashian engaged in activities that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment and legal worlds alike. In a turn of events that has both stunned and captivated the public, the FBI claims that Kardashian, known for her glamorous image and celebrity status, was not only involved in the theft of vital information, but also used it as leverage to further her own interests. The gravity of these allegations has sent ripples through Hollywood, where Kardashian has long been a prominent figure. The revelation of these purported misdeeds has not only tarnished Kardashian's once impeccable public persona, but has also raised questions about the lengths to which some may go in pursuit of power and wealth.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, everybody's going. Watch how quick they take down this before they even took down Trump, who has 67 pending felonies. That's another conversation. But this, I know y'all been waiting for the Kardashians. Like, there's a shoe. Kris Jenner is caught on audio tapes. That woman is diabolical on the tapes. If I'm not even going to throw it out there because it's alleged. But from the transcripts, y'all grab your popcorn. Keep watching this with me. Follow.
Y'all have heard by now about the man that set himself on fire outside of the courthouse where Donald Trump will be on trial. Just remember, not too long ago, this man set himself on fire to bring attention to the genocide that was taking place in Gaza.
The man who set himself on fire outside Trump's hush money trial has been identified. Max Azzarello, who calls himself an investigative researcher, published an anti-government manifesto and threw pamphlets in the air just moments before lighting himself ablaze in front of horrified onlookers.
We're about to hop into what that pamphlet said, but before we hop into it, just remember in the last video with the dude setting himself on fire about the situation in Gaza, in that video I said, this might be a new act of protest. And there was people in the comments saying, no, that dude is just crazy, this and that. Just look at it through the opposite side of the spectrum. If you're walking down the street and a man just comes up to you and hands you a pamphlet, you're going to see some shit on there saying the government is creating a coup with all their allies and it's about to be a catastrophic event very soon. You're going to throw that shit in the trash and call them a conspiracy theorist. And a lot of people might not even read the shit. Toss it right in the trash. I'm guilty of doing that myself. Toss the hell out of it. Now, with that being said, would I partake in this type of protest? Absolutely the hell not. Y'all ever see a video, some shit like that, and they say, this man set himself on fire in an act of protest? They lying. They did that shit to me. He goes on to write, this extreme act of protest is to draw attention to an urgent and important discovery. We are victims of a totalitarian con, and our own government, along with many of their allies, is about to hit us with an apocalyptic, fascist world coup. These claims sound like fantastical conspiracy theory, but they are not. They are proof of conspiracy. If you investigate this mountain of research, you will prove them too. If you learn a great deal about Ponzi schemes, you will discover that our life is a lie. If you follow this story and the links below, you will discover the rotten truth of post-truth America. You will learn the scariest and stupidest story in history, and you will realize that we are all in a desperate state of emergency that requires your actions. Now, of course, while the homie in the hospital scorched, burnt like a motherfucker, they out there throwing dirt on the man. Man throws conspiracy theory pamphlets. God damn.
Girl was found with a wig on, with leggies on, dressed like a female. These guys know he had a name and everything when they decided to do what they did. Trail was, letting them see his gun while they was on their block. So when Trail, tried to retrieve his weapon, he was beat out of it. They like, man, you beat. We ain't getting you nothing back. So when they took his gun, Trail was vowing, Trail was texting his girl, letting her know, man, he coming. He coming and he coming. He need his gun. You know what I'm talking about? He wiping the brother's nose if he got to. And the cousin nose if he got to. He need his gun. You know? The day the trail was found dead, man. And this is public record too. And this is known. Trail was found with a wig on, with leggies on, dressed like a female. Trail was dressed up like a female, had his hair in a female ways and all that. That's how he was found. Face down, with a gun on him. They waited on him, bro. And soon when Trail had walked through the gangway, that's when they had got him. That's when they had killed Trail.
I'm Celine Dion. Our children, they are not really our children, as we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life. For us, they are everything. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose. I can't believe they called security. I mean, oh, come on, I'm Celine Dion. I'm not spending the night in jail. Holy shit. Guys, relax, easy. I'm Celine Dion.
Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
I'm calling.
Not telling you about the sun.
What they're not telling you about the sun is about to go crazy and start burning people off the planet, okay? It's gonna start melting people away. This sun is now fully recharged. That's what the eclipse did. It just gave the sun a full charge, okay? The sun was not as bright as it used to be, so now the sun is fully charged, okay? The other planetary being that went in front of the sun, well, guess what it was doing? It was charging the sun up. Now that sun is about to start sending down solar rays, sending down solar flashes, solar flares, solar bursts, okay? Solar radiation. Check this movie out, The Terminator, and y'all tell me. Check this out. Now you're going to see, and this is the movie Terminator 2, you're going to see a flash, okay? This is not a nuclear bomb as they try to say in a movie. This is actually the sun. Watch this, y'all. That's the sun. That is not a nuclear bomb, okay? I'm gonna tell you what they mean when they say nuclear bomb, but check this out. By the way, only the sun can do this, okay? Only the sun can do this. Do that look like a nuclear bomb to y'all, or does that look like something coming off the sun, burning the earth? The great solar flash, y'all. Them solar flares are coming. Check it out. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Now check this out. Now I asked Google, what's the definition of Terminator? This gonna blow your mind. Look, it says a person or thing that terminates something. Now here's then it has an astrological definition.
It says the dividing line between the light and dark parts of a planetary body. Then I asked Google, what's the meaning of eradicate? It says destroy completely, put an end to. Then it says in quotations, this disease has to be eradicated from the earth or from the world. Who you think they talking about? People that don't supposed to be here. That can be family members, friends, co-workers, different races of people, different types of people, okay? But things are changing. Now check this out. Now I looked up the synonyms for the word eradicate. It says get rid of, eliminate, do away with, remove, suppress, exterminate. Okay? Eradicate and exterminate means the same thing. So what do you think they mean by the word terminator? See the word exterminate, terminate, the same damn word? They trying to let you know that somebody about to get kicked off this planet, completely evicted off the planet. So hold on. This will happen when people stay in the sun too long. They don't supposed to be in the sun. Here we go. The sun gonna start attacking you. The one thing that's responsible for us living on the planet is the sun. And the sun is saying itself that there's certain people that aren't supposed to be here. Look at this stuff. The sun won't burn you if you're supposed to be here.
Skin doctor reacts to sunburn.
When your sunburn gets really bad, your skin may start to peel off. This is the body's way of getting rid of damaged cells and replacing them with new, healthy cells.
Skin doctor reacts.
So if anybody asks y'all...
What they're not telling you about the sun.
I'm sorry. What they're not telling y'all is the sun about to fry some people. That's what they ain't telling you
What
about
they're not telling you about the sun.
The sun is the weapon of mass destruction.
Okay, now check this out. I'm going to show you how people can steal your energy. All right, you can see the lovely lady here holding the light bulb. All right, now you see there's the light bulb is on. Watch what happens when I touch her hand. The light bulb goes off, and then it starts flickering. Why? Because I'm taking a lot of her energy.
Start a fucking revolution. Start a fucking revolution. You've got nothing to lose.
Want to learn the biggest secret in the world? In March 2023, sketchy billionaire Peter Thiel started a bank run. I did 1,500 hours of research, and I learned all their rotten secrets. The big one is that cryptocurrency is history's first planetary, multi-trillion-dollar Ponzi scheme. That's an economic doomsday device. And when that Ponzi goes insolvent, as all Ponzis must, we'll get the worst economic collapse in world history. And every powerful person you can think of is in on it. Want to know why everything gets worse and more expensive? That's because we live in a secret kleptocracy. That's when the government gets taken over by con artists whose only job is to steal from the public. And I hope you know this is wonderful news, because now that the public knows about the secret kleptocracy, they get to abolish their criminal government. Follow for more, or read this booklet, and you will
Stop.
Tadpole who's got his back legs now, when all of a sudden I looked over, and there's a femur bone in the bottom of the lake at Disney World. A femur bone! What? What?
Do you think it was a turkey leg that somebody just threw in? Or there's something going on at Disney World?
I have important updates about the man who self-immolated in New York City. His name was Max Azzarello. He has a full manifesto. He wrote down exactly why he did that. I'm going to read a couple quotes from his manifesto. If you'd like to go read the whole thing, it's in my clicky thingy under my face on my profile. Boy, is my hair a mess. My name is Max Azzarello, and I am an investigative researcher who has set himself on fire outside of the Trump trial in Manhattan. This is an extreme act of protest to draw attention to an urgent and important discovery. We are victims of a totalitarian con, and our own government, along with many of their allies, is about to hit us with an apocalyptic fascist world coup. He goes into more detail right below that, and then his apology. To my friends and family, witnesses, and first responders, I deeply apologize for inflicting this pain upon you, but I assure you it is a drop in the bucket compared to what our government intends to inflict. Because these words are true, this is an act of revolution.
In the Hebrew mythology, the return of Lilith. Lilith is supposed to be the chief demon that didn't want to lay down with Adam. Chandler was talking about. But they also tell you in the Lilith book by Barbara Black Couture, and also in Raphael Pate's book, Hebrew Goddess, that Lilith is supposed to take her seat on the right hand of God. Now in the Kabbalistic text, they say it's about what? They say that the whole shit, the whole Kabbalah is based on the return of the Shekinah, the feminine energy. This is the Kabbalistic text. Gershom Scholem, which is the chief authority on Kabbalistic out of Tel Aviv, died in 1982. They say, well, what's all this Kabbalistic and this Kabbalah stuff? What does it all mean? What's going to happen? He said, ultimately, all this shit is going to turn back into chaos. And chaos is the realm of the great mother. Chaos rules. Chaos is supreme. You see? That's so the feminine principle is chaos. And if you keep it up hard enough, long enough, you can stir up the damn chaos. Now, so it is the Shakti power. So he failed to realize, he talked about Osiris, and he talked about 4, 3, 2, 1. Here they go. Amazing. And the fan is up, and there they go, John. The Guinness Book of World Records has just been broken in Cleveland. Over 1,500,000 balloons.
There was no doubt about it. The launch was spectacular. It was a tremendous moment of triumph for the city of Cleveland. But unfortunately, this moment of triumph did not last long. The expectation was that the helium-filled balloons would float around for a while before eventually deflating and returning to Earth one by one. But that wasn't what happened.
And the wind has just shifted just enough that the balloons are now trailing fast. This is beautiful. The balloons are coming back this way. They're coming back.
The cold air and oncoming rain immediately pushed the still inflated balloons, tens of thousands of them, back down towards the ground in droves. The result was mass chaos.
Balloons, 1.5 million of them, caused quite a stir in Cleveland yesterday. It was part
a northerly wind quickly carried the balloons to Burke Lakefront Airport, and within minutes, the runways were so clogged that all flights had to be suspended. The balloons also started to descend on certain streets, and after a number of car accidents, these roads had to be closed until a bulldozer arrived to clear out the balloons. As all this was going on, the Coast Guard was still out looking for the 2 missing fishermen.
Ironically, that big balloon launch in Cleveland today is one of the things that's making this search so tough for the Coast Guard.
Balloons had descended on Lake Erie in massive quantities.
There's 60% of the balloons launched landed here instead of the planned 10%.
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack here.
Can you imagine trying to find somebody floating out here or even spotting a life jacket with all these balloons on the water?
On September 29th, 2 days after the balloons were launched, the Coast Guard finally called off the search for the 2 missing fishermen. And shortly after, both men's bodies washed ashore. Balloon Fest was featured in the 1988 edition of the Guinness Book of World Records. However, that was the only edition to include it, and shortly after, Guinness ended the category of balloon launching altogether.
Hold up, let me get this straight. China, you a fool. You a goofy. Check this out. So this whole time, this sun that you gave us was straight cap. You gave us this white-ass sun with this pretended-ass heat that you think you giving us and shit. We thought we were really receiving like on some good vibes and shit. I remember back in my wonder years in the 80s that the sun used to be dark-ass yellow, man. Hot as hell. Like, yellow shit. I'm talking about like yellow. How the sun supposed to look like. Everything used to be green, grass green, trees green, like for a long time, you know? Now, ever since the millennium of 2000, you gave us this goofy-ass sun, a white sun, gave us this fake-ass microwave that you gave us, got us telling us we shouldn't look at the sun gaze and shit like that. Yeah, because you gave us a fake-ass sun, you goofy. You get what I'm saying? It's so funny that them clowns said that shit is 2 times hotter than our regular sun. Like, how the hell, goofy? You did some chemical-ass sun, and so now whatever that magnetic goddamn sun that you got going on, so all them people that be taking all that garbage ass stuff and putting everything inside their body, all these GMO, all these chemicals, things that you do to us with these CDC vibes and stuff like that, so it's gonna affect your people's bodies with your fake ass sun. That's what you did, you goofy. Alright.
Look at this.
Make a plan. Keep extra medication on hand. Make copies of important documents. Stay informed and be ready. Learn more at American.org.
What they trying to say?
know there's a lot of interest in reports from the Middle East overnight, and we understand that, we get that. I'm going to say it now, though I know you all will certainly ask me about it, that we do not have any comment on the reports at this time. Obviously, you all heard from Secretary Blinken earlier this morning, but with that, Dorleen, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you. On the Middle East, why is it that you don't have any comment at this time? It's been several hours since the reported strike. Certainly that's enough time for the administration to investigate and come up with something to say.
I'm just going to be really mindful, just going back to what I said just before I called on you to ask me this question. I'm not going to speak or speculate about any of the reports that are out there. I'm not going to comment, and I'm just going to leave it there.
Guys, yeah, we could do a comparison. I showed you guys the difference in John 14:2 already. Now I'm going to show you the difference in Ephesians 6:12 with the Geneva Bible and the King James Bible. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So you see in the King James Bible, it says, "against the rulers of the darkness of this world." That's the King James. Now we're going to open the Geneva. Ephesians 6:12, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the worldly governors, the princes of the darkness of this world." So it's calling the worldly governors the princes of the darkness of this world. Now what's the difference? The Geneva Bible is calling the worldly governors wicked. And in the King James Bible, it went around that. And that's because King James was a part of the worldly governor. Now I'm not saying there's anything wrong with reading the King James Bible. I even read the NKJV. However, I am saying we need to start going to the origin of things, start diving deep into the actual interpretation of scripture. This is why I even dive into the Hebrew and the Greek of the Bible, because many words go deeper, way deeper than what they say in English. So yeah, guys, the Geneva Bible, I put it on my description yesterday. It's sold out within an hour. However, they restocked today, so I'm gonna put it right here in my description again. They have like 200 more books, so the first to purchase will be the first to get them. I pray you guys were blessed by this. Once again, I love you guys. God bless. Shalom.